Today on Addicted to Gear, we're taking a look at this stunning gold top with P90s. Stay tuned. I've always had a thing deep in my heart for gold top guitars. I don't know what it is, but it seems like your collection is not really complete until you have a gold top with P90s. This is a limited model Edwards guitar made in Japan that I added to my collection, and I'm really stoked to show you guys this guitar today because it is a wonderful instrument. Now, I totally get that not everybody may be into guitars with P90 pickups, but there's definitely something to be said about P90s that you just can't get that sound with any other type of pickup. If you're thinking about buying this guitar, then you definitely want to watch the video all the way through because it's going to be pretty detailed. Now, when I dated the serial number of this guitar, it told me that it was a guitar that was built in 2007. So it's a 15-year-old guitar and it's in perfect condition. There's really nothing wrong. I'm really happy that there's no dings, missing paint, or major scratches of any sort. So that is definitely a plus in my book. Now, the very first thing that I noticed about this guitar, and you might be seeing it too, is the carve. The carve on this top is really nice and really deep. And with the shadows of the light, you can pretty much see how deep it is. You rarely see tops that are carved this deep, even on Gibson guitars. So for me, that was really eye-catching and striking and really caught my attention right off the bat. Often you see guitars that have gold tops and the color is just not right. It's either too orange or too dark, too coppery looking. This one is actually very, very nice. I'm gonna say it's very close to what you would get on a Gibson guitar, and it doesn't look, you know, out of place at all. That's really important to me with a gold top. So this guitar comes complete with P90s that are made by Seymour Duncan. So you're not getting a cheap aftermarket type P90 pickup. They really sound great, and I'll let you hear them in a few minutes. It's very important to have a good quality pickup in your guitar, and the Seymour Duncans are definitely not shabby at all. As far as the hardware goes, the bridge, the tailpiece look extremely solid. I'm actually wrapping the strings over the tailpiece. I don't usually do that, but I feel like the break angle is nice that way, and I'm trying it on this guitar, and it seems to be working really nice. Hardware is good quality. The electronics on this guitar are not too shabby. I would potentially upgrade them eventually just because, you know, you can definitely put in a better quality switch, but until they fail, I'm not really gonna bother with that. Now, I know you're not able to see it, but this guitar actually has a solid maple thick cap, and it is a one-piece cap on this guitar. The back of the guitar is also one piece, mahogany, and so is the neck. So you don't have any scarf joint here in the guitar. As you can see, the headstock has a Gibson style shape. It's very, very similar to the Gibson guitars. The quality of the finish on this guitar is extremely well done. It's a poly finish, not a nitro. But it's blemish free and just looks extremely well done. Even unplugged, the guitar rings out really nicely. It has great sustain and it sounds good. That's usually a sign of a good guitar, in my opinion. The neck on this guitar has a rosewood fretboard on it. The inlays are plastic inlays. I don't think they're actually mother of pearl from what I can see, but they're tastefully done. There's no unsightly gaps around the inlays or very thick glue joints or anything like that that you sometimes see on some guitars. There is binding on both sides of the fretboard, but there are no nibs like Gibson usually does, so the actual fret is sitting on top of the binding, and you don't have the nibs on either side. The nut is a beautifully cut bone nut. I'll give you a close-up view of it. It's just extremely well done. Super happy to see that it's actually a bone nut and nothing like plastic or something like that that usually is not as nice. I like bone. I'm a stickler for bone on my guitar, and you can see that on either side of the actual bone nut you don't have any kind of gaps or anything. Finish is extremely well done, as I mentioned. The front of the headstock says Edwards on it, limited model, black. Looks very similar to a Gibson style guitar. And it has the Clouson style tuners. They say Deluxe on them. So you have the Deluxe Clouson style tuners, the tulip style tuners that I like. Definitely gives you a nice vintagey flair to the guitar, which is exactly what I like. Output jack has a plastic cover on it, but it's you know, typical cream that matches the rest of the hardware. The cream color on the switch and the pickups look very nice. They don't look out of place, as well as the beautiful binding that goes all around the guitar, as you would expect. Even the actual button for the strap here looks very similar to what you would see on an actual Gibson guitar. It's a very comfortable C-shaped neck. The P90 pickups really cut through really nicely. They're definitely beefy sounding, a lot fuller in the neck position, and has a nice bite to it in the bridge. I'm overall very happy with the quality on this guitar. I feel that the Edwards guitars definitely give you more value because they are more collectible. They're harder to get at a reasonable price. Being made in Japan, you know the quality is going to be great. I prefer to go with a guitar that I know won't lose value over time and will play extremely well. This guitar does have a long tendon, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So the neck is definitely built in a good way with the tendon extending into the body. It's reassuring to have that in a guitar like this. You can sometimes find these guitars on eBay or Reverb. The prices on the guitars are going up, and it's no wonder. The guitar gives you a lot of value for the price that you pay. Definitely less expensive than what you would pay for a Gibson model. Lots of bang for your buck. I really don't have anything negative to say about this guitar. And if you're not a huge fan of P90s, or perhaps you eventually would get tired of these P90s, you can always put in a set of mini humbuckers. Those will do the job just as nicely and will fit in the guitar without necessarily having to modify the carve. And then eventually, if you want to sell the guitar, you can always pop the P90s back in and you're in business. You can actually sell off the guitar and put your money somewhere else. But I really see no need to sell a guitar like this. This guitar will stay in my collection for a long time. It's going to age nicely with me. It is a 15-year-old guitar, but you wouldn't be able to tell by the looks of it because it's just such a nice guitar. And I'm happy to have it and play it in my collection. If you guys want to support Addicted to Gear, there's only one way to do it. It's to like the videos, to subscribe to the channel, and to spread the word. So please do those things right now if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little subscription button as well as the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post other videos. Otherwise, guys, you'll be missing out on these great video reviews, and nobody wants to miss out on that, right? That's it for now, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Addicted to Gear. I hope you enjoyed the content. Stay tuned. There'll be more stuff coming your way.